Hello everyone, I'm Matthew, also known as SamuraiHex, and welcome back to another episode of the FM23 Beta Save with Derby County. Now if you have missed last episode, there might be spoilers on the screen. You can check it in the eye above now. You can also check out all my socials down below and like the video and subscribe to the channel for more FM23 content. But let's get into this transfer special and season review. So, the end of season review for the 2022-2023 season. We of course won Sky Bet League 1 and we won the Papa John's Trophy. If I go to transfers, transfer of the season was Daniel Sinani, and I think that was probably expected. He was so good and we got him so cheap. I was going to cancel it when the director of football put an offer for him, but I thought we got 15 million for Jason Knight. We may as well put a couple of million into the squad straight away, and so we of course spent 1.1 million on Josh Knight and 550k on Daniel Sinani, and boy have they been both good. Also signed Lewis Dobbin and William Sula. They were start of the game. Jordan Clark, he joined as well, played quite well. Jamal Blackman, probably an average player, but he's good enough for us. Good enough for the league above, I would say. Liam Shepherd, probably going to sell him. Regan Paul, also another signing that football sign that was average at best. Gethin Jones, another player that didn't play as much, but it was okay. Transfers out on the other hand. I don't really want is Jason Knight. Apparently it's a save, and we sold him for a crazy amount of money for League 1, and we didn't sell anyone else. And then a load of loans out. But yeah, League 1, the goal was to reach the playoffs. It looked like we were going to get there halfway through the season, or get close to it, or get a 7th or something, and then we ended up just using this new tactic, and it took us to first place, champions of League 1. Emirates FA Cup, we got to the 4th round until we were knocked out by Reading. Carabao Cup, we unfortunately got knocked out the first round by Morecambe, but the Papa John's Trophy, we played Plymouth and we beat them at Wembley to win that trophy. Biggest win was the 4-0 win against Sheffield Wednesday. Match to remember was a 4-1 victory against Accrington Stanley, and the goal of the season was Barkhazen's 91st minute goal against Exeter City. In terms of all this stuff, got 460k in broadcast revenue, 6.4 million sponsorships, nearly 2 million in corporate and hospitality, nearly $500,000 in competition prize money, and over $1 million in matchday commercial income and retail. Total merchandise sales was 1.12 million, and we sold 11,000 plus shirts. Curtis Davis was the most popular, then Horahan, Sinani, Sibley and McGoldrick. Best 11 is that. I think that's about right, honestly. We got Manager of the Month once. Most assists by player was Conor Horahan. Most player of the match awards in the season was Lewis Dobbin. Most carded player was 20 yellow cards for their own cash in, and highest transfer fee received Jason Knight. Fans player of the season was Curtis Davis. Young player of the season was Lewis Dobbin. Signing of the season was Daniel Sinani. Goal of the season was Tom Barkhazen. Top goal scorer Louis Sibley. We already said assist. We also said player of the match awards. Highest average rating was Curtis Davis. And most passes completed per 90 minutes was Regan Paul. Overall, it says Derby have been brilliant since day one. Their early season football was the joy to watch and they're deservedly going up. Or, as the other one says, Derby County looked detestable for the first couple of months of the season. They were a trendy pick for promotion, but they've also shown why. I don't think we were brilliant in the first 2 months. We were better in the later months. Like after January, we were amazing. Not at the start of the season. The start of the season, we were quite poor, to be fair. For a team like Derby, who are trying to get promotion straight away. But we now got the transfer special to do. But let's just do this first. They want us to avoid relegation, not fight bravely, but avoid relegation. Also, a load of new things they want us to do. I think we can accept that. And as of season team meeting, we will say that one. Exactly the sort of reaction I want. Neutral, positive, and that is everyone happy. I will now skip ahead to see what happens in the transfer window. Right, we're back, and Lewis Dobbin has joined us for another season as a squad player. We're having to play all half of his wages almost. Hopefully he'll be a very good player for us in the league above. In other terms, it was Ipswich who got promoted. So my favourite and the one I wanted to get promotion was Plymouth because of how good they were all season, near the top of the league for most of it, and then they just fell off after we beat them in the FL Trophy. Oh no. They fell off just before we played them in the FL Trophy final, and they never recovered from that by winning more games. So yeah, they did not get promotion. Instead, it goes to Ipswich Town coming back into the Championship after a few seasons out of it. Good for them. Right, the transfer window has opened, and we've gone in for a few players. We have 8 million to spend, and we've got quite a bit of wage budget to go. We are getting ready to overspend on it though, through the players we're going for. So in terms of the outs, Craig Forsyth might be leaving. We have accepted our offer from Kilmarnock and asked St Johnstone to match that offer. We'll see if he leaves to join them. I just don't think he's good enough for Championship now that he's 34. Sure, he had a good season with us, and he's been with us a hell of a time. 10 years now, if you count the loan. But yeah, he can get on his way now. Which is bad to say because I really like Craig Forsyth in real life. In terms of the signings, Alex Palmer is going to be our new backup goalkeeper. If he joins, he is a West Brom player. Not play for them at all. He's just going to be our backup goalkeeper, third choice or second choice depending on Wildsmith and how good he can be. Jay De Silva is another player we've gone in for as our left back replacement for Forsyth, seeing as Hayden Roberts will not be rejoining us. We've also tried to sign Callum Connolly, who's a DM, midfielder and centre back and right back. Hopefully he will join us. Riley McGree is another player we're trying to sign, a midfielder and AMC and DM from Bristol City, who I think got relegated last season in the Championship. Yeah, they were last place on the Championship, and so we've gone in for these players. As well as Blackpool. I think Blackpool also got relegated. Yes, they did. We're also trying to go in for Junior Stanislas as a main choice left winger. Instead of Balkazen, he'll be pairing with Sanani. Hopefully he's good. He's a bit old. He hasn't played much late in the past couple of seasons. Hopefully he will do a good job for us. And we've also gone in on loan for a new striker in Dane Scarlett. He hopefully will be our main choice goal scorer if he does join from Tottenham. Bit of an update. St Johnstone have decided to withdraw their bid for Craig Forsyth. A few teams have gone in for Jay De Silva, Callum Colony, Junior Stanislas and Dane Scarlett. I don't know about Dane Scarlett, actually, now that I think about it. But all the other three people have actually gone in for him. as well. Meanwhile, we have signed a few players. We've got a load of youth players come join us that were pre-done deals from when they were said to be released from their teams. First one is Elin Quesada-Thorne, who's a Costa Rican player, who's also English. Next, Alex Kovacevic, Matthias Roberts, Josiah Linton, Brandon Brian Vore, Max McKnight, Josh Robinson, Jaden Williams, Jim Gower, and Tino Quamina. They have all joined on free transfers as youth players. Who knows how good they will be. Some were rated 3.5 star, 4 star. They are now 2.5 star in their potential. Some have stayed 3.5 stars, some have just gone down to 3. Some of them won't be good enough, but it's only a few years deals or a year deal with extensions possible. So if they get any good, we might be able to sell them off or even play for our team. Now I have signed Ryan McGray for 2.2 million from Bristol City. Like I said, he got relegated last season and he's staying in the Championship with us as playing for a newly promoted side. Hopefully he'll be really good. He's an Australian international. Important player, 17.5k, a bit much. We have though got this relegation wage drop of 50%. So if we do get relegated, he'll go down half that price, which is good. We did, however, have to accept a minimum fee release clause for the domestic clubs in a high division of 7 million. And he also has a relegation release clause of 4.5 million and a sell-on fee percentage. That's the only way we could have got him in. I don't mind though, he's a good player. Hopefully he'll be our new centre mid. Now, unfortunately, Jay De Silva, who we're trying to get in as our main choice left back, he's decided once his contract runs out, he is going to go to Stoke. I can understand why. Stoke are a better side than us. They're trying to get promotion to the Premier League. We're just trying to survive in the Championship. So I can see why he's left. But still not good because he was our main choice left back. We'll have to go in for someone else. And that player we were trying to get instead of Jay De Silva is Conor Oglive or Oglivy. I don't know how you pronounce his name. He was at Portsmouth last season where he had a decent season for them. He's not the best player. I would have preferred Jay De Silva, but looking at all the left backs, he's the only one that is worth getting for the price that he is. I'll go for a free player, but there's not any good free players. So it's going to have to be Conor Oglivy as trying to be our squad player or regular start left back. Who knows? Hopefully he will join though. Currently trying to sign him for 250k. Like I said, United have also gone in for him. That's why I've gone in so quickly after Jay De Silva. It's because they've offered 105k plus a player plus clauses. So he might go to Oxford, but I think he'll come to Derby because we're in high league now that we got promoted. Who knows? And Craig Forsyth has left. He's left for Kilmarnock after 10 years with the club. He is a great servant. I'd like to thank him for everything he's done for Derby. But at his age and with us getting promotion, he would just be down the reserves or in the 21s, and I just don't want him to be like that. So I've decided to be merciful in a way and sell him to Kilmarnock, where hopefully he'll get a load of games for them in the Scottish Premiership, where he is a regular star. So goodbye, Craig Forsyth. Thank you for everything. A new problem though is that Dane Scarlett has rejected the loan offer from Derby County. I don't know why he did. It's probably because I've got him as a squad player instead of a regular starter. When I always get loan players, I always go squad player if they're really, really good. just because if they're not in good form, I prefer playing someone in form, even though they might be dead worse. So I think that's the reason he has not joined, because he was a squad player instead of important player like Tottenham wanted, like he wanted. He might still go to Burnley, Blackburn or Sheffield United. Who knows? But it's a bad thing that he's not joined, because I think he could have been really good. He got 27 goals last season for Portsmouth in League One. So he needs to step up for the Championship, and I was hoping that could have been with us, but unfortunately not. And we have more players joining us. Alex Palmer has joined us for 40k from West Bromwich Albion. He's our third choice or second choice. I don't know whether Wordsmith will be better or whether Palmer will be better, but Blackman's our main choice. I think Palmer right now is probably going to be our second choice, and Wordsmith will be the third choice. So we've got three very, very good goalkeepers. We've still got Scott Loach with us, but he'll be leaving as he is retiring at the end of the season. And he's also a coach, but I don't think we will be renewing that coaching job. Also joining us, Callum Connolly. I'm struggling to pronounce that name, but hey. He's joined us from 475k from also newly relegated Blackpool from the Championship to stay in the Championship with Derby. He's on a bit more money than I would like to have given him, but he's a regular star. I don't think he will be regular though, he'll be a squad player. He has unfortunately got a relegation release clause of 1 million, but I don't think... Yeah, I think if we get relegated, I'll be sacked. So there's no point worrying about that, because I will not be with the club if we do get relegated, because he'll be leaving probably for that cheap price. Junior Stanislas has agreed to join us on a free transfer from Bournemouth. He, like I said earlier, he's played 8 games in the past 2 seasons, but for a team like us, nearly promoted side, he can be a really good player, even if he is 33 years old. He's on a much lower contract than 25k, and I think he has agreed a regular start or something like that. I forgot actually. We can see, I think. Yeah, there we go. He's on 10k, extension of 1 year. Also an extension, or if he plays 15 league games final season. He's only here for a year, but it could last 3. Who knows? It depends how good he is. James Chester, a player who played a decent amount of games for us last season, coming in and through from Stoke. I just don't think he's good enough for the Championship now that he is quite old, at 34 years old. So we've put him on the transfer list. We've offered him around, and for 68k, Plymouth Argyle looked like they're going to buy him, so he might be leaving the club. Singer Scarlett did not accept our offer and join us on loan from Tottenham. We're going in for 2 new strikers, quite cheap wages, quite cheap signings if they do join us. The first is Dan Lundaloo, who was at Cheltenham last season when he scored 14 goals in League One, so you can get a step up here with us. And another one is Callum Morton, who's currently contracted to Fleetwood, where he got 21 goals last season. So these are regular scorers for the league below. Hopefully they can step up and do really well as not regular starters, but as backups, squad players, you know. And the good thing as well, they can also play on the left hand side and the right hand side if we train them for both, which is good because they can get a place in the squad in those inside forward roles. And here we go, James Chester has left for £68,000 to join Plymouth Argyle in their promotion push for the Championship next season. He was here for just a year. He played 23 times, most of them a few of them coming off the bench, few of them starting. Also played quite a few cup games for us as well. Hopefully he will join Plymouth and be a good player for them. Callum Morton has joined us for 925k after having a really good season last season with Fleetwood in League One. Hopefully he can come up, be a squad player for us, and really score some goals as our backup. He is now worth 2.3 million at the lowest, so it looks like a very good deal for us. Also signed with us is Dan Lundley, who will also be a squad player and will be our other striker and also left winger, right winger, backup. He, like I said earlier today, had a good game again, a good season for Cheltenham. Hopefully he can do well with us, signing us for us permanently from Southampton. Another player who could be leaving is Corey Smith. We just don't need him now that we've got promoted. Hopefully he will leave. Two teams have gone in for 250k. Plymouth once again coming for our players, as well as Portsmouth. Who knows who he will join. Hopefully he will have a good season with them if he does decide to leave for a League One outfit. Now, an unfortunate part now of having such many good players is that Aaron Cashin could be leaving. Watford have come in with a major offer, 7.5 million, rising to even more money, and he's worth at the most 7.4 million. So it's a very, very good offer, and he could believe in us. I've accepted it because if I didn't, he would have got upset. And I tried to persuade him to stay, but he was not having it. So he looks like he will be going to Watford. He had a really good season last year with us. Played a load of times, 38 games, 30 off the bench. It's sad to see him go. But 7.5 million up plus could really, really help us as a team and as a squad for not just this season but future seasons as well. So we're having to think of the future, and it looks like Aaron Cashin is leaving, which is unfortunate. Aaron Cashin's left. 7.5 million. I thought it was 7.5 rising to more, but it was just like 5 million plus 2 million added on. It's 100,000 over his asking, over what he's worth. He's now worth 9 to 11 million. Playing in the Premier League for Watford. Yeah, it's sad to see him go. He's going to be a squad player for them. Really sad. But the money could really help us. We're now 14 million in the bank. Last season we got 14 million from last season. Most of it coming from the night sale, and now 6 million from this season alone. 7.5 million. All 7.5 million saving ourselves from getting into trouble again like we did in real life last season. The news is upon us, and a new player's joined us, SamuraiHex, just a youngster who could come and be really, really good in the future. He comes on a free from Aston Villa after being released by them last season. Junior Stanislas has joined us on a free transfer from Bournemouth. He's not as good as he looked. The scouts got that a bit wrong. He's still going to be a regular starter probably for us because he's got that quality. But if he's not good, he'll immediately be almost dropped. Because 3-star current ability. I was promised 3.5 star, just not good enough. I would have liked 3.5 star. Unfortunate that he not good as he would have been, but he'll still play a part for us, even if it is as a squad player. And also someone that's joined us quite quickly, Steven Sessegnon, who I think is the brother of Ryan Sessegnon, the English player from Tottenham. He could be a really good player. He was with Fulham. He was loaned last season to Charlton, and he was decided to be released. We've come in on a pre-contract deal, and he's joined us on a free. He'll be probably our left back now that Aaron Cashin's left, as well as Forsyth. So hopefully he'll be a good player for us, even if he is a squad player. Bit over the top of the wages, but hopefully he'll be a good player for us. He has got a relegation release clause of 5.25 million, so we'll get a good profit from him if we do get relegated. He's also got a relegation wage drop in the top promotion wage rise, because this was the direct football who went in for him. It happened so quickly I forgot to even talk about it. It was like day one, like one day it was offered, the next day he joined, and then he joined permanently today on the 1st of July 2023. We've got our first game in the FA Cup. First round is against Northampton this time around. Northampton, who last season finished 7th and didn't win through the playoffs in League 2. So they're still in League 2. Hopefully we can do better than last season where we played Morecambe and lost in the first round. Hopefully we can at least get to the third round and give ourselves a really good shot. More stuff has happened in terms of the friendlies. We've currently won every single one of them, including a tough game against Lincoln where we won 4-0. We've just been playing some nearby sides like Ilkeston. Also got Matlock a bit earlier, Miklova. We've been playing my namesake Ashby de la Zouche. Well, Ashby Ivanhoe. I don't own that town, by the way. I know my last name's Ashby, but I don't own that town. I'd like to, but I don't. But stuff has happened since last time. In fact, a lot of stuff has happened since last time. So, Tom Cannon has come and joined us on a free transfer. He's been released by Everton. Jisoo Afoka has also joined us on a free transfer from Aston Villa. We then brought in Rafael Garcia. He was rated a bit more potential, but he was with Russell Olympic in lower depths of lower league, and we could sign him for very cheap. So we signed him for 6.5k. Good deal all around. We've also signed Ronnie Stutter, just a youngster with amazing potential coming in from Chelsea. Signed him for 375k. Lewis Flowers joined us as well. Just another youngster with really good potential. He's also joined us from Chelsea for 500k. And from Norwich for 600k we've signed Oscar Thorne. He is really, really good player. He can play right back, he can play striker. The only problem, he wanted a lot of money and he wanted to be a star player. Thankfully though, I don't know if this is a glitch where it was in the last game where you can sign a player and then as soon as he joins, put down his playing time expectations from like star player to regular starter or something, or squad player if they're not good enough. And I tend to do that quite often after I found out what you could do it from second year cards Twitch streams. Check him out, by the way, he's a good YouTuber and good streamer. But yeah, he was meant to be a star player. He accepted star player, and now he's just a breakthrough player. We've also signed Christian Sadie, just a youngster that direct football, signed a Liberian player, and Oscar Westendorf, another player that the direct football signed, 5-star almost potential ability from Newcastle. Hopefully you didn't hear that. That was my new phone buzzing. I got a new phone, yay! In terms of some of the stuff, Grell Pollard's gone out on loan to Northampton. David McGoldrick has officially left now to Dundalk. Hopefully he'll have a good end to his career there. Colin Smith did in the end get sold for 250k to Plymouth. Collis Richards, our Gibraltarian player, has gone up on loan. Sonny Lowerton's gone on loan to Solihull Moors. Reece Brailsford's gone on loan to Crewe. Alston Sullivan has gone on loan to Tranmere. Jack Bates has gone on loan to Double Chamlet. George Nunn has gone on loan to Walsall. Usasizi Agatizé has gone on loan to Crewe. And finally, Richard Stearman has been sold for 50k. He was another one of those players that he hardly played last season. He's the backup of the backup. Getting better players in every day. He just can't possibly make the jump to the Championship. So we've cashed in on him. Bristol City have signed him for 50k. Hopefully he'll have a good season with them and get them promotion possibly for them. He is a Finnish player though, a bit like James Chester was for when he joined Plymouth. Some more signings and loans have happened. Jack Stretton has gone on loan to Fleetwood. He would have been in my first team plans, but Fleetwood have decided to sign him on loan, paying a bit of money as well. Hopefully he can do well there. I don't think he'll be any good for us though for next season. If he gets really good, he might have a chance, but he's one of those players that could have been in the first team, could have been tested, but I don't think he will be any good, which is unfortunate because I quite like him in real life. We have signed, however, Callum Kavanagh. He has joined us from Middlesbrough, another good youth player for 775k. And Seb Palmer Holden has also joined us from Bristol City, a really good youngster for 275k. Really good players. Hopefully they can reach their potential, either play for us or being sold. Who knows? Hopefully it's a good long-term investment. We're also trying to go in for a couple more players. George Walters is a player the Director of Football's going in for, from Gap Connors Quay in the Welsh leagues. He just a decent young youth player. He might join, he might not, who knows. And Amari Bell, who would be our main choice left back, he could be joining us on a free transfer after leaving Luton last year. However, we have might have to be competing against Burnley and Millwall, who are also interested in him, but right now they haven't got an offer in for him. Hopefully he will join us. We're also trying to sell Liam Shepherd. He of course joined us for Director of Football from Salford, just as a backup. But now that we've got promoted, he is not needed at all. And so we could be selling him to Gateshead for 3.8k, so it's a bit of a loss. But I don't mind. He was never good enough, even for League One standards. Right, we're here on the 9th of August, very close to the first game of the season. In terms of all the matches, we've won every single game apart from a 2-3 loss to Aston Villa, where I'd say that was a very successful game, considering we were playing a really good side and we only lost by 1 goal, even scored 2 goals against them. In terms of the people that have left and joined for more signings, Liam Shepherd has officially left us to Gateshead, where he'll be an amazing player over in the National League for them. Well done to him for getting a good transfer. Max Knight, the youngster who joined us, has gone on loan to Walsall. Sabagabo has left us to go on to Oxford City on loan. Tom Cannon's gone on loan to Crewe. Callum Kavanagh's gone on loan to Burton. Courtney Clark's gone on loan to Bath. Demica Burton's gone on loan to Barnet. Harry Hawkins has gone on loan to Dagenham and Redbridge. Jaden Davidson's gone on loan to Altrincham. And Kwaku Adura has gone on loan to Notts County. In terms of signings, George Walters has joined us from Gap's Connors Quay, where he played quite a good season last year in the Kimber Premier. So he's got to step up to the Championship, where he'll probably try to be loaned out. And we've also signed this guy, Romain Mundell, who also Director of Football, head of youth development signing. He's a centre midfielder, coming on a free transfer from Tottenham. In terms of transfers, if I can find him, no, I can't. Amari Bell has not joined us, unfortunately. We could also be joining, however, Jack Turner. He is another Director of Football signing. We've also got Harry Hagan. He might be going on loan to Barnet, and Elon Quincy-Thorne going on loan to Oldham. Matthias Roberts could be going on loan to Scunthorpe, and Chisholm Afoka could be going on loan to Hornchurch. It is officially the 12th of August 2023, as soon to be the first game in the Championship for Derby County. The rest of the transfers that have happened, Matthias has gone on loan to Scunthorpe. Gustav Thorne's also gone on loan to Oldham, and Hagen's gone on loan to Barnet. In terms of the signings, of course, Jack Turner has joined us on a free transfer from Southampton. But yeah, that is all the signings so far. And at the end of this transfer special tomorrow, on the next episode, will be the first 2 games of the Championship season with Derby County. They will be versus Reading, and we'll probably do the EFL Cup against Northampton as well. So, if you have enjoyed this episode, please give it a like. It does help the channel out. Subscribe for more FM23 content and all that stuff. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out all my socials down below, such as Twitter, Twitch. Well, I'm going to be streaming this save once the second season is over. Now that the official release of the game is out, at least I think it is, not currently, but it's the 7th I'm recording this, so tomorrow the game will be officially out, and I don't think this game will be coming out tomorrow. This episode, will be coming out tomorrow. But I've been Matthew, also known as SamuraiHex, and I'll see you all next time. Hex, signing out. Bye everybody.